Okay, let's go back to this. For example, as I said, you can look at the ages of these groups and the letters associated with them and tell that those three are statistically equal, but they are less than this one, which has a different letter. So these three have an A, indicating for the post hoc test equivalence, and they are less than this one, which has a B. If we come down to here on Hamilton Depression Inventory, these two groups have an A, so they're statistically equal. These two groups have a B, which means that those two are statistically equal. But these normal controls, are less than these Spanish-speaking AD and English-speaking AD. And that's exactly what they tell us up here. Here's one of the things I want you to notice, though. Up here, it says on this fluid object memory evaluation, both English and Spanish-speaking controls had equivalent scores. All right, so they both get a B because those are statistically equal, indicating similar overall memory function. Expected these two test scores are much higher than those obtained by both AD groups. Here's the thing that's a problem. They said that they were higher than these AD groups, yet they gave this AD group over here a B. So they're telling us one thing up here, but their table is showing us something different. And what I'm going to assume is that they just messed up and put a B where they meant to put an A, because this number is even less than this one. So probably those two should have been an A. But the reason I wanted to show you this article is sometimes, well, not sometimes, but every time, you really need to look at what their table says and what it says in their paragraph, because sometimes a mistake will be made. Okay. And the other article we're going to look at is this one about obesity. So if we open this up, it tells us that they conducted a one-way ANOVA, and their post hoc test was a Scheffé's post hoc multiple comparison test. So that gives us a bunch of information about the people that they're looking at. And then down here, they are comparing kids on these variables of nutrition, behavior, social support, etc., based upon their body weight, whether they're underweight, average, or overweight. Using their Scheffé's post hoc test, what they're telling us is that, for example, on this first one, nutrition, behavior, it's not going to come out right. Their scores, regardless of which body weight classification they were, are statistically equal. On this one, all they're saying is that 2 is greater than 3. That's all we know about that. On this one, they're saying that the average group is statistically greater than the underweight group, and the average group is statistically greater than the overweight group. On life appreciation, there is no difference between these three groups. So this is a different way of showing where the differences are. And they also give you this, how statistically significant it is. So even though this group is statistically higher than this group, this this 3, they are even more sure about this test because the significance is so much tighter. It's 0.01. And once again, it's important to use this because sometimes these scores are deceiving. All we know for sure is that this average weight of 2 is greater than 3. Even though this is 25.6 and that's close to that, that's not enough. So somewhere the breakoff point is between 25.6 and 25.0. So those are just 3 examples. These are similar to articles that you'll have for the assignment. And that ends the chapter 12.